right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. Mayang Buntag, and welcome to the first live stream that I've ever done that's specifically for Ask Me Almost Anything. We're going to be trying this morning. I'm not sure if it's going to work because we've been having some problems with the internet as of late. Hopefully it will. First off, this is brought to you by PLDT. PLDT, who I truly love and cherish to the deepest depths of my heart. All right, now I'm hearing some noise in the background, and I'm hoping it's not the chainsaws that are going to be going again. Because all last week they had chainsaws going because I think they're building a piggery in the lot behind us. And it looks like the piggery is being built about 10 meters or 15 meters at the most from where I'm sitting right now. So that should be an interesting experience. Okay, rules. Be civil, be nice, be kind to each other, considerate, compassionate, be empathetic, all that stuff. Don't be bad-mouthing, don't be getting into uncivil discourse. Also, I will not be addressing anything having to do with specific relationships that I've been involved in the past 5 years here in the Philippines. And that would be a grand total of basically 2 relationships. I got to do that out of their privacy. They don't really have a voice on this channel. They're not involved in this, so don't be asking or saying anything inappropriate about that. If somebody could comment on the quality of the stream. Yes, maayong buntag. Akong amigos ug mabuhay sa first Ask Me Anything. So if anybody wants to start asking questions in the comment section, that would be great. I got some other ones that I want to address at some point too. All right. James Owens asks, what is your best internet speed you seem to get? Here with PLDT, I got the 50 megabyte up and down plan. It's fiber optic. It's actually fiber optic right to the modem. I've had really good experiences with it so far. It's been great. I actually love it. There was one period where they throttled us down to 1 megabit up and 1 megabit down because I got kind of snooty with them on the customer service hotline, but we're going to let that go. Bygones, it's all water under the bridge. The milk has been spilt. I'm very happy with the 50 megabit up and down PLDT fiber optic plan. It's $2,900 a month, which is about $50, but it's well worth it because I have to work and I got to be able to watch my Netflix and all that stuff. Ricky Camacho says that piggery might smell. How's your health? Yeah, actually, they got a couple pigs over there right now, and usually the pig does his pig stuff, in the afternoon, and you can smell it, but they're pretty good about picking it up. And as to my health, physically I'm doing pretty good. Neck issues aren't too bad, back issues aren't too bad. Elbow, I got the cortisone shot in my elbow. They actually hit the ulnar nerve when they were going in with the shot, which stung like hell. But that seems to have helped a lot. I'm just taking it easy, taking it slow. And trying to, just keep on keeping on. Phil's to Phoenix. You've been there long enough. How is inflation on cost of living? Good question, Phil's to Phoenix. PHX, I assume that's Phoenix. Inflation has been hitting Filipinos rather hard. It really hasn't been hitting expatriates. Because the peso is weakening, the U.S. dollar seems to be standing strong. So right at this point, it's at 54 pesos to every dollar. When I first got here 5 years ago, it was about 44 pesos to the dollar. So the exchange rate is keeping us out of the inflation game, but you can definitely see it. The most glaring example of the inflation right now in the Philippines is the cost of gasoline and the cost of diesel. Diesel is basically doubled in price since I got here. Diesel is usually less expensive than gasoline here in the Philippines because they don't tax it like they do in the United States. But it's definitely, and I've been seeing articles on Rappler and Sunstar and all that stuff about how inflation, especially food prices, a sack of rice and all that, are affecting Filipinos. Vitrix 1130. Vitrix, you've been trolling me a bit, man. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Vitrix says, do you still work out over there in the Philippines? Yes. I had the elbow injury, so I had to take 2 weeks off for that. My back was acting up also, so I had to take another week off for that. but I'm back at it and just doing light. I mean, I'm 51 years old. I got to take it easy, so I do light weights. I do the machines a little bit more, and I got to start trying to do some more cardio because I need to lose some body fat. La la la. James Owens, dude, you need a vacation. Take a trip out of area to rest up the brain. Yeah, I did that last weekend. I went down to Mindanao for 3 days and 2 nights, and that was nice. The place I went to, Dipolog, I got to do a video. I got to put the video up. It's got the most beautiful boulevard that I have seen here in the Philippines. Whoever's doing the civic planning down in Dipolog along the boulevard, it looks really classy. It's clean. It's not like the Dumaguete Boulevard. And I just went down there and relaxed, photographs, because they have the most amazing sunsets there also right off the boulevard in the evening. So I'll be putting those up too. Roger Davis says, you mentioned work several times. My understanding is if you're on retirement or tourist visa, you can't work. What visa are you on? Actually, if you're on a retirement visa, an SRRV, that's a permanent resident visa, so you actually can work. Tourists are not allowed to work. I work online, and I do my work online. I don't work in the Philippines, so you got to keep that in mind. Good morning, everybody. Ricky Camacho says, asks, ever thought of relocating? Yeah. If you saw my latest update video, I've been getting like a little antsy. Need a change. I'm feeling a little bit stuck. And actually, people are really sympathetic and empathetic to what I was saying. I thought people were going to get on me for being a whiner and all that stuff. But people are actually pretty cool about it. And they say, yeah, it happened to me after 3 years. It happened to me after 4 years. It happened to me after 5 years. The great thing about being where I'm at is you got easy access to the rest of Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia. And I got to do some traveling. The problem is I also got to work. So balancing the two can be a difficult. Vitrix says, I was not trolling, but I was a little angry as you never answered my questions on your vlogs. I promise to be good. All right. Thank you. Roger Lee says, asks, have you ever been to General Santos, Gensan? I'll be there the first week in November. Gensan is down southern Mindanao. I think it's like right in the middle. It's actually where Manny Pacquiao is from. The answer to your question is no. I haven't been there because I'm scared. Robert Schindal says, too much Red Horse, watch those carbs. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. Paul Z asks, I am moving to Dumaguete. What gym would you recommend? I actually belong to P&E Fitness. P&E Fitness is like an old school YMCA gym. It's a little dusty, a little grimy, but they got decent, somewhat air conditioning, and that's also where all the hardcore the local bodybuilders work out. So you're surrounded by these jacked Filipinos, so that's a little discouraging at times. But I recommend checking out a few. There's the one in Portal East. The one I belonged to it when it was up in Portal West. But I transferred to P&E because I thought that the new one in Portal East was just a little too small. I get a little claustrophobic at times. Check that one out. That's got better air conditioning. There's also one down at Pura Vida, down in Darwin. That's the nicest one in this area. It's a little bit of a haul down to Darwin, but the air conditioning is really good, and it's super clean. Filipino internet. Hopefully it's working. Is it buffering? Is it having issues? Mark Campbell Bell Hunter asks, hi Ned, from Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. If a person wanted to retire to the Philippines, what would be the average cost to buy a small 2 to 3 bedroom house? Well, first of all, you got to keep in mind that as foreigners, we cannot own land here in the Philippines. You could lease. There's some areas where you can lease. Subic's one of those places. They got leaseholds up there. The prices of houses have actually been going up because the cost of construction materials has been going up. I actually got a buddy of mine. He's got like 15 rental properties here, and I saw him a few weeks ago, and he was complaining about the cost of construction materials. So as for a 2 to 3 bedroom house, I don't know, you're looking at like, I'd say 50 to 60,000 US. And it all depends on where you're at. If you're out in the sticks, it's going to be a lot less, but nothing's going to work. Electricity won't work, internet won't work, water will be kind of reddish green. If you're in the city, it's going to be a lot more congested. It's going to be more expensive. Yeah, Michael Clark says where Ned lives runs like 2.5 to 4 million pesos. That's about right. And they got some nice houses. I mean, there's some nice houses and some nice properties up for sale. Robert Schindel says, what kind of work do you do online? I write, basically, I write content. I'm a content writer. I get contracts to work with different websites, different agencies, and I fulfill those contracts. Sometimes I let them slide too much. I mean, it's great being able to work for yourself. The problem is sometimes motivational issues, and you got to be able to allocate your time wisely, and sometimes I struggle with that. Phil's to Phoenix says, moving to Dumaguete in February. Doctor just recommended testosterone therapy. Can I still get it there? Yeah, you might want to go to my website and see a blog entry that I did over there in regards to that. But yes, it can be done. It can definitely be done. Oh shit. What the hell? Testing. Testing. What the heck happened? What happened? Yeah, I'm seeing a black screen too where I'm at. It says video playback interrupted. Please try again. Ah. Anybody else? You can hear me? Okay. Seeing a black screen. I don't know why that's happening. This is discouraging. Lost connection. Shit. This is discouraging. This is discouraging. This looks like one of those things I'll have to do over again. Damn it. Alright, I'm just going to keep going. You can hear me, huh? Alright, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this camera. Maybe it's a problem with the camera. I can't be doing technical difficulties. Alright, so yes, back to that. You can get testosterone therapy. Video playback is interrupted. I don't know why that's happening. Continuing on, I guess. Rookie move, Ned. No sound and no picture.